Hi guys, can you hear me? Happy Friday, TGIF, happy Juneteenth, all that other good stuff. I hope that you can hear me because I was having technical difficulties, but I think I'm good now. So I see Lakeisha. It looks like she was here earlier. Hey Lakeisha Boo. Hey loving my grandsons. How are you? Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. Well, one's a happy Friday and Juneteenth. Hey. Is this Sheena, Bama, Florida, Texas, better known as formerly known as Partner? Cause here she go, blessed, blessed, she's here. Yes, I is here. Happy Juneteenth to all of my peoples, all of my peoples. Yes, yes, yes. I took the day off, took one for the team because I was not punching nobody's clock today. They had me fucked up. Anywho, Teresa Dallas. Hey, my girl. How are you? TGIF. Really quick mental health check in. How are you guys? 1 to 10. How you guys feeling today? Far as I go, I am at about a 8, I would say. So that's even Steven for me. Donna Bailey, how are you? Let's see. Sheena, Bama, Florida, Texas said, Lawanda, my partner now. Okay, there you have it. Lawanda said, I ain't read your caption. What happened? Yeah. So mental health check-in right quick. Scale of 1 to 10. How you guys feeling? How you feeling out here? But anywho, the caption, yes, these people are crazy. So I had a time to go to Kiss the Ring Live. I was in there for a good bit because normally I miss a lot of people during the day because I'm working normally on a Friday. But anywho, I was able to be in Kiss the Rings chat today, and she was listening to one of the rabid dogs over there, and she was responding to what they were saying. Bama says, I'm about a 9. Hey, Patricia. Hey, boo. So she was saying what one of the rabid dogs was over there saying. So apparently, because I can't listen to those people, especially that 173, whatever they call her, right? So she was saying that there was some type of um another GoFundMe, a fake GoFundMe, or something. So I'm trying to get more clarification. And then Salty Balls came in and said that she believes that they make those two, the rabid dogs over there, the buckets and the lady with the Timu wigs. Salty was like, I think that they made the alleged AI GoFundMe trying to be funny and try to make it seem like the other original one was a scam. I'm still confused, but they never pulled one receipt out. They kept saying that they had proof of an alleged other GoFundMe that was a different person. I still gotta go back and read it. I was just wondering if anybody else had more clarification because those two people are crazy. My thing is, what would be the purpose of someone to have an AI GoFundMe child? Then they were saying that they were all up and down Roz's and families pages on Facebook, a niece, a family member, like an aunt and a cousin. Who has all this time to be invested in someone that you allegedly don't care about? Why are these people so invested? Why are they doing all of this, going down people's timeline on Facebook, their family, trying to get information about something that you allegedly don't care about? I am so confused and I am like, this is weird. I've never in my life seen anything like this. Damn, they go to great lengths to defame people they are utterly ridiculously way to invest in. Lawanda, That's what I'm saying. Who has all this free time to be searching family members and, oh yeah, she said this. Oh yeah. And then the one they call with the Timu wig, she was like, oh, she going to the courts on Monday. For why? Bitch, for why? Why are you going to the courts for what? I am utterly confused. I guess because I really don't look at them and I be not engaged in those two rabbit dogs and the other one with the helium voice, the guy over there that sounds like he pulling on helium every time he talk. So I don't really be knowing what's going on with them because I can't stomach them for only but a few minutes, especially the lady with the team wig, because that the way that fucking wig was sitting, it was sending me. One swift went and that wig was gonna be going, right? But anyway, I don't understand the logic. I really don't. I really don't understand the logic in saying, talking about other GoFundMe's. And even if somebody did have another GoFundMe, like what is it to you? Like what is really good? Like what is really going on? Shadow's mom, hey love, hey. So what is really going on that you are so invested in someone's GoFundMe? I am really appalled. My flabber is fucking gasted. Like, what is going on? I've never seen a crew of people so invested in something that they claim not to care about. Like, what, these people are first level felons. Like, their mind is gone, blown completely out the water. Hey, Sally saying, so I'm like, what gets a person to the level of this here? What triggers a person to go to this great length to do all of this, looking up family members, scoping out Facebook pages, scoping out all this other stuff? What drives a person to be that overly invested in someone and then to come back and say, oh, I don't care, whoopty whoop, whoopty wah? Like, what makes someone go to that length on people that they evidently don't care about? It's like, this is wild. I've never seen a group of people like them. I've never seen anything like this. It is mind boggling. And then they'll turn the script and say, oh, they started with me. They started all this crap with me. They were the original people that fuck with me first. I'm just returning a favor. It's like, I don't understand. I really don't. What's the end goal? What are they accomplishing by doing that? And that's what I said in Kiss the Ring thing. What is the end point of all of this? What is the end result going to be? These are people that you claim you can't stand, you don't care about, but then on the flip side, you're going to great lengths to be involved in their lives. Like, Sally Singh says, fatal attraction still not their business. Exactly. Like, what the hell is really going on? They're foaming at the mouth. They're over there looking and acting like rabid dogs, pulling up, and then they keep saying, oh, I got the proof. I got the proof. Never posted one picture, no photo of nothing that they're speaking about. It sounds like she's completely making it up off the dome, trying to remember stuff. Like, how? I just never understand this level of obsession with someone that you never shared the same breathing space with. You've never been in these people's environment. You've never been around them, never, nothing. So, what's the obsession? If you're obsessed with someone online that you never encountered, I would hate to see somebody that you fuck with in real life. I would hate to see somebody in your real life tell you to step off and see what you do. Because if you're doing all this about somebody on the internet that just told you to step off and get from around me, you go your way, I go my way, all this is stemming from that off of someone online. What the hell would you do to someone in real life that you really, really in real time get to see? So if you act crazy with a person online, I wouldn't even begin to want to fathom what you would do to a person that you around if they said, "I'm done with you." If a ex boyfriend or somebody, a friend would say, "I'm done with you," a real live person in your life, what the hell? What type of time would you be on if a person in your real life told you to step off? If you can't just step off from an internet friendship, girl, I don't know. The one that said, right, the fuck is crazy. It is crazy. So she was relaying back what they were saying because I went over there to Timu Tim and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't listen to her. All those fake Mr. T chains and stuff. I can't get into that. So I was trying to get the gist of it from what she was relaying, but it's really just utterly ridiculous. Starburst, hey girl, hey girl. I'm like, what is the obsession? They have to get to the root problem, and it has nothing to do with Roz and her kids and their family. They have to see what the root problem is for them. It's like you gotta get to what's really going on. It gotta be some mental health, it gotta be some childhood trauma, it gotta be some abandonment, it gotta be some my mama don't love me, my papa don't went out to get a gallon of milk and never came back. He was supposed to go to the store and get cigarettes and milk and he disappeared. Something crazy other than this is going on because what's going on here is not going to make someone lose control like they do. This is some deep rooted voodoo, hoodoo, voodoo, moodoo shit that they got going on. And this is not normal behavior. I don't know how people could sit in their chats and pretend like this is normal. It's a whole bunch of grown women over there. Some are ages that should be ashamed of themselves for being over there listening to all that crap. And I'm trying to figure out what is the end goal. They're stalking these people's family. They're involved trying to involve people that don't have anything to do with YouTube. So why are you going on another platform looking up their family members and doing whatever you're doing with that type of bull that you're finding? Starburst said her supporters are delusional as she is. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's like at some point you gotta be real with the person that you cool with, like for real, because it this goes beyond entertainment. This right here goes beyond entertainment. Like we were talking about DJ, how she used to do, sayings and all that other stuff. This is shit she used to say. But this right here has gone beyond entertainment, content, I don't know, whatever you want to call what's supposed to be going on social media. This has gone past that to me. It's on a level now that is criminal, in my humble opinion. It's criminal behavior. But what do you expect from two rabid criminal dogs? It's like it's crazy though. It's like they over there saying all of this stuff. Yeah, y'all, yeah. We found this out. We found that out. We looked this up. We went this place. We did this thing. We did that thing. But not 1 ounce of proof was shown about nothing. They want, yeah, y'all, ooh, ooh, ooh. They doing all this talking, all of this howling, all of this yowling, and didn't pull up one piece of proof that they had anything going on. Like, what in the world is the world coming to? Like, I know we all like to see the tea. We all like to say, oh, what's going on? Like, what's the deal? But this right here is beyond, like I said yesterday, being nosy. It comes a point where you're beyond nosy and wanting to see tea or hear tea to being completely, utterly mentally deranged. And that is what's going on here because I am appalled at these people. Kiss the ring. Hey, boo. Hey. Yes, Lawanda. It is crazy. Hey, Shayna Brooks. Hey, girl. It is crazy. So, again, what is the end game of all of this? So, what is going to be the outcome? Then BYB, like, oh, they took money. Then the other lady, who gives a DJ? at a service. I've been to plenty of repasses where people have had DJs, so that part I can account for. I have been to plenty of people's repasses in my time, and it was an all out celebration. They had a DJ, just different things going on. So that is a thing. Maybe not where they live at, but that is a thing. Trust me, I've been to plenty of repasses with a live DJ, and it was a complete celebration. So that part I do know is something that is a thing. Shannon Brooks says, "Child, she's insane, delusional, crazy, way too invested in love, needs to be in a straitjacket, ASAP, facing four walls, period. Something, something, because this is not normal behavior. This is not normal content. This is not, I'm just trying to get the tea. I'm nosy. Nah, bitch, this is crazy. You are crazy, both of you. You're utterly crazy, the both of you. I don't understand how your family members, and then they like, what's the guy named Rochelle was like, ooh, and the other guy, the other lady husband, Willie Earl, Willie Bob, Willie Joe, Billy Bob. Oh yeah, they laughing. What kind of man would not tell their girlfriend or wife that you doing entirely too much? Because any man that I have ever dealt with in my lifetime would not sit back and let me just ramble and get crazy and all that. They would have been pulled me by my collar, like, look, bitch, you doing entirely too much. Like you doing, what kind of a man would sit back and just watch this type of thing without stepping there saying, look, you're going too far. You don't even know these people. Like, bitch, you're crazy. You're crazy. And in a minute, I'm gonna have you committed somewhere. That's the type of time a nigga that I mess with be on. I don't know what type of men that they call themselves messing with, but no man that I've ever had no interaction with
I don't remember who that was that sang at my brother's
will sit back and let me just talk and talk and talk and be saying some crazy delusional stuff. Delusional crazy stuff. Delusional crazy stuff. So I don't know what type of men that they got around them. The DJ is at the repass, exactly, not the memorial. Yes. Dorothy Vaughn, hey boo, she said she is a mental case. Yes, she is. Bitch ass niggas, Luanda. It's true. And the DJ is not going to be up in the church or wherever they're having the service. The DJ is for the repass afterwards when you receive family and friends, when you have the food and all of that good stuff. That's where the DJ comes in, you kook. It doesn't come in the church. There's no DJ set up in a church or facility where they're having the service. The DJ is afterwards for the repast, for the celebration that comes after the service. It's like these people are just mind boggling, the stuff that they say. And she's like, oh, this, oh, that. Wasn't you supposed to have a DJ BYB at the Feed the Hungry extravaganza that you were supposed to have? You were supposed to have a DJ, a place where someone was supposed to cut these people hair, fix them up, a photographer. You had said you was gonna have a lot of stuff. You ended up with two wings and three fries in a little plastic baggie full of dollar store bullshit. So I don't understand how a person like that could come back and say somebody's scamming, somebody doing something. You have proven yourself time after time after time to be a scammer. What about the t-shirts that they were supposed to, wasn't it supposed to be some type of t-shirts for your son? Who over there ever got a t-shirt? Let's be for real. Let's be for real, bro. For real. Like Ross stated, Callie, not all those states she talking about. Then I heard Ross say she has a sister. I don't think I ever heard of a brother. I don't listen to that devil. Yes. Lawanda just laughing. Dorothy Vaughn said, doesn't make sense making up all kinds of ish. It's insane. And then they're like, oh, my daughter, I was telling her, look at this. If I was on here acting crazy, my son would tell me, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere and leave these people alone that you're never gonna meet, are you crazy? See, my son, he gonna tell me. My son is every bit of me. He got the mouth. I pass down the mouth right to him. There's no way that I would be showing my son this type of stuff on YouTube and I'm all invested. I'm doing this and my son not gonna check me. He definitely gonna check me. Definitely gonna say, are you well? Do you need help? Are you mentally all there? Like, do I have to call somebody? Do I have to do an intervention about you? Like, what's really good? Like, my son is gonna pull my collar. Like, what's really good? Because you are embarrassing yourself. You are out here going that crazy over a lady you never saw before. Yeah, you need help, and you can't be around here in the house with us unless you get some help. That's what type of time my son would be on. So I don't know what type of kid she got that she living with, staying with around, and she pulling them into this stuff, and they just all invested or looking. Cause first she like, oh my daughter, she don't be involved in this stuff. But then on the flip side, she had just said, oh, I had showed my daughter what was going on just to see, get another opinion. My son wouldn't even be entertaining it. If I was to show him any of this stuff right now, he would be like, if you don't get out of my face with this, like, if you don't get out of my face with this YouTube, TikTok, Top Tick, anything you got going on that's not real life, my son about making money. He in school to be a master barber. He work part time. He ain't about to be sitting back here listening to me go rabid about somebody on a social media that I never met. So I don't know what type of kids these people be having, what type of husbands and boyfriends these people be having that be sitting back listening to them go crazy about a lady and people that they never met before. And not one person has ever told them in their family, in their circle, that they're crazy, that this is crazy, this is not normal, this is weird, this is obsessive, this is mental. Nobody has ever told them that. Not a cousin, an aunt, a friend, a godson, a pastor wife, an old teacher from third grade. Nobody has ever told them that this is mental. That's crazy. Because I will want somebody around me to tell me that I was just doing entirely too much and I was coming off looking insane. She's trying to be another DJ with all them stories. Yep, that's what was said. Shayna said, right. I told my girls about Roz. They said, Mama, time for you to leave YouTube. Lawanda said, my daughter would be appalled. Yeah. Like, Mama, why are you still bothering that lady? She is no longer here. Are you cool? That's what I'm saying. I couldn't even imagine my son even listening to me go crazy like that about, he wouldn't even listen to me go crazy about someone in real time. If this was a person that I knew in real life and I had an interaction and a problem, my son would be like, how old are you? If you don't grow up, if you don't let this mess go, and this, if that was somebody in real life, but in on the internet, he would have me committed somewhere. He would be going to my mother like, yo, you need to put your daughter away. Cause she on the internet going crazy about this lady. Like, my son would really step up and say, you need to check your daughter. So I don't know again what type of people they have around them that don't pull them by the collar and say, what's really good? Like, are you okay? Is everything okay? Shanna said, I'm in St. Louis. We have DJs at the repast. Yes, we celebrate the anniversary like Roz did with Myron. Yep, it happens. It's not strange. It definitely is not. It definitely is not. Dorothy said they have plenty of content of their own, but want to use somebody that can't respond demonic. Exactly. That's another thing. They're like, she's not able to respond, unfortunately, anymore. So again, why is she still a topic of your conversation? Why are you speaking like she gonna come back tomorrow and say, oh yeah, Barnyard Betty, boop, boop, boop? She's not going to speak to you. So what are we doing here? Like, what are we really doing here? What is really going on? It's like crazy. And I've been around some unhinged people in real time. Like I said, I've come across people of all walks of life, right? And these gotta be the most cuckoo bird people that I've ever seen in my life. And that's saying something considering where I come from, the people I've encountered, That's really saying something. It's just ridiculous. Made up AI GoFundMe. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. Like they made child. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. It is, and they don't feel not 1 ounce of embarrassment. Y'all in her head, Roz is still with us. She's very unstable. Yes, she is. She is, and they don't feel 1 ounce. Y'all don't feel crazy when y'all dig up this stuff and y'all say this crazy stuff. Y'all on people Facebook pages because you, child, it's crazy. The foolery and manipulation is mind-boggling. Yes, Starburst is really to an all-time high. It's like, how far are you going to go? How far are we really going to go with this? Like, then the old lady with the Timu, she talking about, oh, she going to the courts. The courts are closed today. Tomorrow, Saturday. She going to the court. The court for what? What the court for? What are we going to court for? You have done some crazy stuff out here. You have been involved in a lot of illegal stuff, lady. I don't know what type of time you on or what state you live in that you think the stuff you're doing is not criminal. So you're going to the court for what? Please tell us, what are you going? What are we going to court for Monday? Like, what are you filing? What are you petitioning? What are you bringing in front of a judge? What are you going to the police for? I'm really at a loss of why you're going to file a report or whatever you said you was going to do Monday. Hey, Starlina. Hey, going to court for what? That's what she said. She kept saying, "Oh, cause tomorrow's Saturday, so I can't go tomorrow. But Monday, I'll be up at the court. Up at the court for what? Was you up at the court when your son snag-a-rag tagged you? You got so much stuff you could be worried about. Why are you worried about anything that pertains to her family? Whether if she had 3 or 4 GoFundMe's, what's it to you if she had 8 of them? I'm trying to understand the logic and the end point and the end result of all of this. What is going to happen if she had 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 8 GoFundMe's? What is going to be the end game of all of this? Dorothy said, I just couldn't sit in a chair and laugh and celebrate no evil mess that I would be scared. Exactly. And the FBI, heck, the FBI will tell her to sit down somewhere. Yeah, she kept saying, like I said, I can't watch her. So I'm just getting little tidbits of what was said. I can't go over there and sit there and pull up a live and just sit there and watch. So I can't give verbatim why she was going, but she definitely said Monday she's going to the court, to the courts. She's going to the courts. Why she's going, I really don't see no reason why she would have to go to a court. I don't know what reason. I'm thinking maybe she's trying to say scamming. I don't know. Because, like I said, I can't really get with her for too long. So I can't really verbatim say this is why she said she going to court. But she did say she was going to court Monday. Hey, Mimi. Hey. It's like, what are we doing? What are you really doing? It's like, it's crazy. And she doesn't feel embarrassed. She doesn't feel anything. She just up there talking, like reading off a fake paper. She keeps trying to say she reading a GoFundMe that was placed a month or so before this. Child, she was just rambling on. Hey, B. Smith. Hey. Hey, my Mary Ann. Hey, girl. Who said they in the bushes? I'm in the other folks' bushes listening. I don't watch them. Exactly. Like I'm saying, I tried to go over there when she was still live, but I couldn't get with her. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just listen to somebody else commentary and try to get pieces from that. So I wasn't able to full get the gist of why she's going to the court, but she did in fact say she was going to the court on Monday. And it's like, I don't understand. But I guess maybe it's not for me to understand because I don't understand that level of demonic play. And I would really not want to ever be able to relate because then that says a lot about me if I could relate, right? But it's just why? Why are you messing with these people? Like, why are you messing with this family still? It's like y'all had y'all beef, y'all had y'all back and forth, y'all had y'all whatever. I would think at this point it's over. I would think at this point it's null and void. But you're still digging. You're still trying to dig up information, still trying to stalk family members on Facebook. Why are you stalking their family? Why are you on their pages trying to get information? But I'm guessing maybe they're trying to get information about the service. They're trying to get information about an obituary. Why though? Why is this so important to you? You have nothing else going on in your regular everyday life to worry about someone's obituary, a service that you wasn't invited to, uh, a death certificate. That really blows me. The death certificate thing really, out of everything, really irks me the most. Why are you invested in someone's death certificate? Again, I have had family members pass away and I've never wanted to even look at their death certificate. Why is a stranger's death certificate so important to you? Lawanda said, Lawanda going cut up. I've never seen anyone so obsessed as she is about this family. B. Smith, yes, I'm telling you. She thinks this is just she keeps saying, "Oh, we don't care. This is just content." Girl, this has gone beyond content. This is not content. I don't know who told you that this was regular real content, but this is not honey. This has went beyond the realm of content creating. This has crossed over to the Twilight Zone. This has crossed over to I don't know what, but it damn sure ain't content no more. It damn sure ain't content no more. And the sad thing about it is she thinks that this is just regular content, that they're just talking and they're shooting the breeze. They're not saying anything that nobody else would say. Bitch, y'all doing a lot. Y'all doing a lot. This is mental illness, says Mimi at its finest. It's something. Cause it's definitely not content. If anybody thinks that this is normal content, I don't know what to say. B. Smith says she is really hurt. Yes, Sally Singh says no human decency at all. Yes, it's true. But how can you be hurt by what? Her and Roz was social media acquaintances, and it wasn't even like she had been around for a long time. I can't tell you the time frame that she was around before they had parted ways, but let's say how long was they kicking it? Maybe 6 months? I don't know, 7 months, something like that. This is not even somebody that you had a long acquaintanceship, if that's a word, with on social media for 2, 3, 5, 8 years. This was somebody you stumbled upon, stalked. I don't know how you found Roz, but however you found her, I don't believe their little friendship was 6 months, 7 months, something like that. I don't think it was much longer than that. Maybe it was close to a year, but let's just give it a year. And I don't even think they was cool for a year. How long are you gonna go with this? This is somebody that you never again saw before, never shared any personal space with her. How long are we gonna do this? Like, really? This is crazy. And the fact that you don't think it's crazy is even crazier. The fact that she thinks that this is content, that this is cool, is even crazier. It is so heartless and disrespectful. Why you two want to do anything about that? Her daughters might come across the BS. Yes. Tip says, hey Chad, hey Diamond D and Rush Hour and listening. Hey sis, hey boo. Happy Friday, Tippy Tip. But yeah, it's like these people are delusional. delusional. And I just couldn't believe all that stuff she was saying about the obituary and all that other stuff. Like, you really just made that up. And Candy Voice from Housewives, you just made that up. So you really just sat there and made all that stuff up. Because again, what proof do you have? You never show 1 ounce of proof. You just kept saying, oh, yada, 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 reading something. Oh, wow, this is crazy, y'all. Go look for yourself. Go find, you don't take my word for it. Go look for yourself. And the information that she gave, when I went to go look, it was nothing there. So where did you get this information from? And that's when Salty came in and was like, oh, they made that GoFundMe up. And it makes sense that they would have made it up because again, nobody saw it but them two. This is something that those two only saw. So if this was a real thing, how come nobody else can find it? How come nobody else ever saw it before but them two? I made a report on her channel this morning. I told them that the person needs to be gone for how she harassed his family. Yes, B. Smith, that is so true. Dorothy says she has childhood trauma and taken it out on the family. She is a psycho. Exactly. Dorothy obsessed. Shayna says, right, B. Smith. I don't know how to report. It is crazy. This is not just coming from something on social media. That's why it goes back to me saying that it's something deeper than this. This is not ordinary play. This is not ordinary content creation. This is some deep rooted voodoo stuff. This is something, I don't know. I've never, thank God, knock on wood. I know my parents wasn't the best. They were decent. You know what I'm saying? Nobody parent was perfect. However, I don't have any horror stories about my parents that I could sit back here and tell. And I'm so blessed and so fortunate not to have any horror stories. Sometimes I look at people and the stories that they tell about their childhood and things growing up. And I used to think my mother and father sometimes was mean when they didn't want us to do certain things. And I listen to these people's stories about what they had to go through and what their parents didn't do. And I'd be like, oh, wow, I thought my parents was whatever kind of mean or strict sometimes. And baby, Roz only knew that raggedy cow for 90 days, but in her nappy head, she wants to know her whole life. Yes, I didn't know exact time frame. Shit, I gave her 6 to 8 months. I don't remember how long she was over here, how long, but I know it wasn't no years. So, and that's even more crazy. 90 days, bitch, Bob. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm going crazy over nobody in real time. I have had, unfortunately, broken friendships before. I have had a friend that we had been friends since 99, and baby, is over. And that's it. That's it. It's a wrap. It's a done dizzle. And I would never act crazy over her. And this is somebody I spent real time with, real life experience, shared plenty of memories, laughs, tears, everything. And we're no longer friends, and that's okay. I wish her well. I don't wish no harm on her. But at the end of the day, the friendship is over. And I'm cool with that. She's cool with that. We're cool with that. All that obsessive stuff, worrying about what she's doing, looking up information, I could care two shits what she's going through or dealing with. We're no longer friends, and that's where it stopped at. Hey, 166 Goddess, how are you? It's like, it's crazy. Tommy ain't got no job, so she got time. I don't know. I keep saying it's crazy because that's the only word I can think of. Who holds on to someone like that? A person got one time to tell me they don't want to be bothered with me, and I'm good. I'm good. My mom got three sisters. I have an aunt that I haven't spoken to since 2017. That's my mom's blood sister. Same mama, same father, same everything. She did something I didn't agree with, and that's a wrap. I'm good. I'm cool off her. And that's my mom's blood sister. No fake sister, no God sister, no half sister. Same mama, same papa. And I don't mess with her. And it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't have nothing negative to say about her. I don't wish nothing to happen because she is my mom's sister. She is, of course, blood relation. But at the end of the day, I could not mess with her no more because she liked to do things that she just get into stuff that, not saying I don't approve, but she did something directly to me. So I don't have no use for her in my life, and that's okay. But I don't have nothing crazy to say about her. I won't ever do nothing crazy, but it's just that's it. We're done. And that's my mom's sister. Somebody that knew me forever since birth. Ain't no way I'm getting crazy with her. Ain't no way. That's it. It's done. And that's her sister. Not my mom's play sister, her real sister. And I don't fuck with her. So I don't understand the mindset of these people. We don't get along cool. I'm going to wish you well. Exactly. Exactly. That's it, B. Smith. That's it. It's like what drives a person to this level of insanity? And it's not just something on here. It's something that goes deeper than this internet because there's nothing that someone could say on here that could drive a normal sane person to this level of demonic shit. Nothing. Sally Singh says they come out here even before her daughter's announcing it. Yep. Trying to say they don't care, but showing otherwise. Exactly. They were the first ones that put it out in the atmosphere. But this is something that you don't care about. Y'all doing a lot for somebody you don't care about. I believe that the bucket lady is mourning as well because she can get up here and say she don't fuck with Ross, she don't this, she don't that, but I don't see it that way. I see it that somewhere along the line she still felt connected to her, and she probably feel a way that they never was able to get right back right. They never ever mended anything. Roz never wanted to be bothered with her no more after she, did all that crazy stuff. And I believe in a sick way, she is mourning the loss of a quote unquote friend. Because I believe that in her small mind, she thought that her and Roz was still cool, or she thought that it was a possibility that they could be cool again down the line. And I believe she will never say that, but I don't believe that she's as don't care as she's saying it. I don't think her mindset is as strong as she think it is. It's crazy. I believe somewhere along the line she thought that they would be reconnected and they would be cool again, and that never happened. And she's mourning the loss of something that never happened. I don't care how tough she try to portray, how I don't give a, I don't believe it. She's not fooling me, just like the other one. I don't give a fuck. I don't believe her either. The one that was saying, I don't care. I don't got two. I don't care. Yeah, you do. I believe you're another one that was a mourning of a friendship that went the other way. That's just my opinion. It doesn't have to be right. Nobody has to agree with me, but that's just how I feel about it. I believe she's another one that is mourning the loss of a friendship that one left. I don't know. Let's see. B. Smith says they don't want people to love the family. That's another thing. She wants to be in control. She's looking at the numbers on that GoFundMe and her eyes are bleeding because she can't get them dirty fingernails a hold of nothing. Because a lot of times when things go on in this sector, she's privy to it. Like different people that have passed away, she has, oh, we're taking up a donation. Oh, we're doing this. But you got to send a donation to her and then she'll send it out. So this situation right here has absolutely nothing to do with her. She has nothing to do with it. Her hands can't get on anything. She can't touch anything, any money, monetary shit. And I think that's what's eating her up too. That she looking at the money part of it, watching it, stalking the GoFundMe, because baby, she be knowing how much is in there. oh, they raise yada yada yada. Who sits back and count somebody money that you don't care about? Who sits back and say, oh yeah, it was at 4,000? Oh, I'm just giving figures. Oh, it was at 2,000 last week. Then it was 2,500. Then somebody donated 1,000. Bitch, what? Who actually sits back and worries about something like that? Who the hell is sitting back watching somebody else's money, watching somebody else pockets, watching somebody else go for me? Like who? And she must obviously be writing it down. Yeah, dirty fingernails, girl. You know them fingernails dirty. And Shayna said she is Diamond D. I said that too. She's hurting. I believe that. I do believe that she is mourning the loss of a friendship that she thought she had, that she thought she was going to reconnect with. Yeah, she thought she was going to reconnect, and it didn't work out. And she's mourning a friendship. She will never come out here and be brave and bold enough and honest enough to say that. She'll never come out here and be honest to say, you know what? I started that mess, because she did. Let's be for real. She started that mess. Only thing Ross told her was, this ain't gonna work. I don't know the exact words she used, but bottom line, you go your way, I go my way. And that's it. All of that she did came from that. I don't care what nobody say. That all stemmed from her just wanting to part ways with her and say, you do your thing. Now you got your channel. You take off, and I'm going to stay over here and do my thing. And all this stemmed from that. That is delusion at its best. Somebody just telling you to step off. They no longer want to be associated with you, and that led you to the level of craziness that we at today. That led you to that just by this lady saying, yeah, this ain't gonna work out, time is up. That led you to do all of that. That's crazy. Lawanda says she cried in the barn. Beastman says she watching that money. Starlina said after that she went crazy. She did. She did. After that, those simple words, like I said, I can't quote all the words that were said, but bottom line is we know basically that Ross said, you go your way, I go my way. And she said there's no beef, there's no issue. I just think that we should just part ways. That was basically what was said. And from that, you went to level 10. For what? You start talking about this lady, deceased son, talking about her grandkids with chocolate popsicles, putting this on people, doing that, putting coffins, doing all crazy type of shit because somebody simply said, yeah, I think it's best that we part ways. You go your way, I go my way. Like I said, I could only imagine what she would do to somebody in real life that she know. If you would get this buck and crazy with somebody on the internet, child, I know somebody got a surviving you story out there. Somebody in your real life got a surviving you story. Because if you did this on the internet, God help a person in real life that had an encounter with you that told you to step off. I know somebody somewhere with a surviving you story. Yeah. Sharon W. Hey. She said exactly. When she started talking about her deceased son because she was hurt. 4 years of torture after 90 days of association is pure insanity. And B. Smith said, and these people know she started it. Yes. Mary Williams said, what's really weird to me is when 7-4 demands she know the date. She kept saying, I want to know the date. Yes. Like I said, that lady right there, I can't listen to too much. But I did hear her say that, Mary Williams. That is crazy. Hey, Purrs Meow. Is that Kitty Lover? Hey, Boo. Hey. That you demand to know the date for what? You demand to know the date of someone passing away for what? What level of whatever is that gonna give you? You want to know the date for what? That's why I said it's really insane. It's really not normal. And the people that sit over there in the chat, I don't understand how at some point they don't say, come on, This is crazy. It don't want from well, to me it never was content with her, because to me it jumped off the gate as crazy. As soon as she knew that Roz wasn't gonna mess with her no more, as soon as she realized that the association was over, she jumped off the porch running. So it was never content. She started talking about this lady grandkids. What little did she like? Oh, they talked about my grandson. They talked about my kids. Yeah, they talked about your grandson and your kids after the fact. You had already talked about their deceased brother. You had already talked about the grandkids, the nieces and nephews. You had already done that. Then they start talking about your grandson or your kids or whatever else they was talking about. You had already sparked the match, lit the flame, and then it was just no holds bar after that. But you started that. You started that. You started that. Because nobody was thinking about your grandkid. Nobody was thinking about your kids until you started talking wild crazy. And then what did you think somebody was going to do? At some point, what did you think somebody was going to start doing? What, did you think somebody was just going to let you keep talking crazy and nobody wasn't going to have a response after you talked about a deceased person putting up pickle? I don't know, girl. Some of the stuff I don't even want to say she did, but doing all that stuff that y'all know she did, at some point people get fed up. So you should have known at some point they were going to retaliate. So don't make it seem like they started with you, because everybody know they didn't. If we're gonna be honest, everybody knows they didn't. She said, Roz is my content forever, even in death. What is that about? Oh, wow. See, Mary, that is next level delusion. That is next level mental illness. They all scorn women over there. So, even in death, someone is your content. I don't understand the level of insanity that it takes somebody to even say something like that. So even in death, someone is your content. Someone who is unfortunately no longer here and can't respond to you. So what are you getting out of that? There'll be no more back and forth between you and her. I thought that was the whole idea of content, of two people going back and forth, is literally two people being able to go back and forth. So if the other person is unfortunately no longer with us, why is this content? How is she going to be your content when she can't respond to you? So what kind of new content are you going to get from her when she's no longer here? So you just plan to keep recycling the old stuff, the same old, and these people still paying you, souping you up to just keep on reiterating the same crap that you've been for 3 to 4 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. She wants to know information so she can spin it. She's the spin master. B. Smith says she did a lot. Sharon W says 73 plus one already got 2 strikes. She is not going to have the channel long. She lost that Facebook. Oh, wow. That's crazy. So you're going to continue this mess with someone that can't defend themselves, someone who can't rebuttal, somebody who can't respond, somebody who can't give you the back and forth. That says a lot about you. I know you were mentally, as the old people, my grandmother used to say, you touched. I know that you was touched anyway, but that's crazy to even utter those words, that a person that's no longer here is going to be your content forever. And you think that you're normal, you think that this is normal behavior. So again, I go back to her family. At what point does a family member say, this is going too far on her end? At what point does your husband, whatever he is, one of your kids say, yo, you need to quit, yo. You really need to stop. Because again, my son would have had me committed already. He would have had got together with my brother and my mother to say, she's crazy. She's going crazy about a woman on the internet she never met before, and she needs to be committed. I don't know what type of kid you got, but my son would have been nipped it. He would have been had me committed somewhere, cutting paper dolls out, drooling on myself. He would have been had me locked up. because he would think that I was utterly insane to be doing this about someone I never met before. Yeah, Pete and repeat. She already says she misses Roz out here. She is an obsessed. Oh, she said that, Sharon? Wow. Mary Williams said, what I get from the statement is she just can't let go. Yeah, it's true. And again, that goes back to some deep rooted issues. Because can't let go of what? It's not like they were in a romantic relationship. It's not like they were in a real friendship that they want to meet and greets together. They spent family time with each other, with like their families intertwined in real life. So you can't let go of what? A delusion that was on the internet, a friendship that was internet based. That is crazy. That's the only word that I can come up with when I speak, because that is just next level crazy. At some point, a family member has to get involved. None of her family is willing to be honest and tell her that she's sick unless these people just know she's like this. She's probably been doing this to real life people, and they just like, oh, that's just her. That's just, here goes mom again. Here go mom again acting crazy. Kitty Lover said they have no connection. This is sick. Obsession, and she needs intervention. Then people listen to her have to know this. That's true. And even her family. Because again, earlier she said, or that was last night, he said, oh, I was telling Rochelle. I was telling him. And then I was on the phone with 7-4, and Willie Earl was saying, oh, what y'all got going on? So all y'all families are involved in this. What kind of men y'all dealing with that's just sitting back while y'all doing all this crazy stuff? What kind of men are y'all dealing with? That says a lot about the company y'all keep, that no one is going to tell you like, yo, you fucked up in the head, bro. Like, you got something crazy going on that's mental. Mary Williams said mental illness is what it screams to me. Yes, it does. Hey, small talk. Hey, girl. Yes, Mary, it is mental illness, says Sharon W. Roz will never respond. I do not understand. Yes. LaWanda said, bitch ass niggas. Yes, it's true. So, what is your end game of this? What are you trying to do? I believe what she's trying to do, because first of all, she's mourning. We already came to the conclusion that she's mourning a friendship that never really was. But I believe that she sees how much love Roz has gotten out here, even with people that she have gotten into it with in the past. They have all let that go, and they have embraced her family. They have helped out whenever they could with the GoFundMe and different things. And that is what's eating her up the most. She's trying to find something to ruin any type of legacy, any type of thing about Roz that she can. At this point, that's the only thing I could see about it. She's upset about the love that they're receiving, and she needs to put a dirty stamp on it. She needs to put a stain on something. She's grasping at straws to try to come up with something. Say, look. Yeah, see, they ain't what they think what you think they are. They see, look what they doing. Oh, look, see you, look at me, look, raising her hand. And it's like she wants to put a damper on something because she's lost control of the situation. She has no control of any of their money, any of the love people are giving. She is appalled that people that had previous beef with Roz has came out and said is water under the bridge. They have supported her children. They have gave prayers, condolences, love, support, and that eats her up. That people that she had prior beef with have been able to be mature enough to say, that's over, it's done with, we're moving on, we're supporting them, we're sending love, we're sending prayer, we're hoping that, everything works out. And that's definitely eating her up. She thought that when Roz passed away, people that she didn't favor would still come out here with negative words. She thought they was all gonna collectively gang up and still say, I don't care. But the fact that people turned the other cheek and came out here and embraced her family, she can't understand why. She can't understand why these people, because I've heard her say something like that. Oh, all these people that know they didn't mess with her, they know they didn't mess with her. Now all of a sudden they got kind words. All of a sudden they like her. All of a sudden they got good things to say. Oh, they had beef with her. So that is the level that she is on now. She is flabbergasted that these people that Roz once had beef with are coming out here saying, that's it. It's over. We wash our hands with any beef. We moved on. We we done with that. We support the family. We're wishing them well. And that's what is blowing her mind because she didn't expect that. She expected negativity, even in the death. She expected people to still hold grudges and beef like she is. And when those people did not react that way, this is sending her. She realizes that the only people she's standing with is the Timu lady, the guy that sounds like he's talking through a helium balloon, and the other one that barely come out here, the other girl that really don't come out here. So really it's basically them three. Cause the other chick, like I don't really see her like that. Key Lover said because some people don't have evil intentions. Right, right. Yes, she was so upset. She called them all fake. Exactly. She expected when Roz passed away that these people were going to stand with her, meaning BYB, they were going to stand with her. They were going to say, fuck this, we still don't care. Even in death, we don't care. But that didn't happen. And she's so upset that that didn't happen. She is so upset that these people did not gather with her and still say, fuck them. Oh, we still don't care about them. Oh, we don't. She is so upset that these people have turned the other cheek and they've decided to say, this was internet beef. It's never that serious. Someone's life is gone. This is real time now. The internet stuff that we were dealing with was just that internet stuff. She's so blown that people did not think and handle and carry it like she did and her friend did. And that's what's really bothering her. She thought she was going to come out here with a posse of people and they still were going to be hooting and hollering and rolfing and everything else they used to do. And when they didn't do that, she's very upset about that because she has lost control. She considers herself the goat of the sector. She has lost any control she thought she had. She never did, but any control she thought she has lost any control she thought she had. And a person like her and the mental capacity that she has, they always need to have control. So now she figures that she lost control. She knows that she lost control of the situation and she doesn't know how to handle that. She doesn't know how to handle the fact that she has nothing to do with anything, with no arrangements, with collecting no cash app, so she can say, "Oh, let's help the family." Usually, that's what she do, trying to be funny, but she got no hand in this, and that's what's eating her up. That she got no type of control in this matter, and she can't get her dirty fingernails on anything. Maturity, like you said, is the word. Despite everything, people were mature enough to have human decency. Right. Kitty Lover says grown, mature women are able to let go. Right. Yep, B. Smith, it's just crazy. I know I saw salty. Let's see. Yep, it's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't know. I just don't understand it. But again, I guess I won't understand it because I don't have the delusional mind that they have. So that's why we don't understand as normal people because they have reached a level of low that we would never understand. We don't understand it because our mind won't allow us to go that low. The only people that will understand her are people that are like her, people that behave in her way. people that align with her spirit, people that align with her mindset. Those are the only people that will really understand. Being real, how can you understand something that you've never been through? How can you understand something that you can't relate to? So again, when I say I don't understand, I don't understand. In hindsight, I would never want to understand. I would never want to understand and get in the mind of someone like that. I can't even believe it's still going on. That's what I was saying. I thought at first they were gonna let it go. Cause when even though they came out with the news and then it seemed like she had died down for a while. So I'm like, oh, I thought she was just gonna just let it go. Then all of a sudden she was back with the same bull. Like she was back on the scene with the same bull. And it's like, at what point do we now realize you have a mental illness? I mean, we know it, but at what point does someone in your family get involved? Like, at what point do one of your kids say, yo, don't come back around me with this mess? Don't come to my house hooting and hollering. Don't come around me showing me nothing else with this internet because this is mental. This is mental. But I guess she doesn't have one person in her family or friend to say, you need help. This is not healthy. This is not cool. This is not normal, bitch. This is crazy. Yes. At what point does a real family or friend get involved and says, bitch, stop. You need help. Because why are you still going on? And the fact that she said that she gonna be her content forever, like that is crazy that she even said that. Hey Diva, hey, I could never be evil, never. Like it's crazy. At what point do we stop? Enough is enough. I mean, they are going they are just going crazy over there. They're like, oh, anybody can have a fake obituary. We think the obituary fake. Well, we think that she passed away months ago, and they just having a. Who would go through this great length to lie about someone passing away, to lie about a service, to lie about, I don't know, certified nutcases, and attacking these girls in the midst of losing their mother is pure evil. It is. The only people that would think somebody would do something crazy like that is them. Because if you're not, you would have to be on that type of time to think somebody else is. Who would make up a whole fake obituary? Who would make up a fake death date of someone? Who would make up a fake memorial? Who would do that? But they would. They would do some crazy shit like that. So that's why their mind goes that way. That's why their mind goes to that, because they would do something like that. Because me, I would never think that someone could be that crazy to do something like that, to make up a fake obituary, to do. So my mind would never go that way because I would never do nothing like that. But if you're a person that would stoop to that kind of level, of course you would think somebody else would, because it's something you would do. It's something you would do. Yeah, certified nutcases. Big bother, big back, bitch, that's who. Yeah, I would never want to hurt someone in the midst of a loss like this. I can't wrap my brain around this at all. It's crazy. And today, it got even crazier. I think today, like I said, I can't say word for word because I didn't listen to them like that. So I can't give verbatim, but they were saying something about AI, GoFundMe, all this stuff. I think they really, really, really hit rock bottom. I think they really, 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 I don't know. This has got to be the craziest that they ever went, like the craziest length that they ever went to. Now y'all on people's personal Facebook, y'all on the family members, y'all looking, trying to find service information about a memorial. What is the problem? What is the issue? So when you find out about the service, then what? When you find out the date or whatever you're trying to find out about the service, then what's the next move? What's the next goal post? So you're going to up the goalpost. Oh, we found out the service is tomorrow. Let's say. So, what is that going to prove for you that you found out the date of the service? What is that going to do? No, you're not going there. You're not going to ever have the balls to show up. So, again, what is the end game of you wanting to know so bad when the service is? You're not going to appear there. We already know that none of y'all are not on that type of time in real life. We already established that. So, there goes that. So, what would be your motive to know the date of a service? Why are you so adamant on knowing different things? It's just mind boggling. It is. And I don't have the mental capacity to go over there and find out really what they were saying verbatim. So I'm hoping somebody else goes over there that can deal with that and they bring the story back because it's disturbing. It's very disturbing and it's like next level crazy. And that's the only thing that I can say. But I don't know. It's just they're spiraling out of control. So at the end of the day, what's going to happen next? Once you find out everything that you think you want to know, that you need to know, then what is going to happen after that? We would like to know what's going to happen after you find out all the information that you find out. What are you going to do about it? What is the end game? What is the end result of you finding out all of the death dates that you claim you want the real death date? You want this, you want that, you want that, you want this. Once you get that information in your hand, what are you going to do and what is it going to prove and what is it going to change? Absolutely nothing. You are fucking mentally unhinged, both of you. You need some help. And anybody in that chat that's sitting back listening and laughing and agreeing and promoting and pushing, encouraging, you all need help too. Some of you women could be these ladies' grandmothers. Some of you women over there in that chat should be ashamed of yourselves for even sitting back listening to that crap. I wonder if your family members really know what y'all be on here listening to. A person that's rabbit mouth like that, talking about children, talking about deceased people. I wonder how they would look at you and view you if they really knew who you were entangling with on social media. Starburst said Roz had nothing to do with her house being swatted, but she wants to blame the daughters. Judge Fifi decided to do that. That's how I know what's going on by hearing it on this side. I wouldn't dare enter into the demonic energy ever. I don't give a fuck what they are talking about. All the ones that I entered because I was just trying to get clarification so I could come talking about it. But I couldn't stay. Hey, I couldn't sit long enough to be able to get the information. So I was getting like secondhand information. So I guess I won't ever really get the full gist unless somebody else goes over there and they're able to come back and tell us what happened because it's crazy. But oh, here they blaming the girls for that starburst. Yes, Diva. Yeah. Lawanda said, I get it. Yeah, it's crazy. They have reached a level of low that I never knew existed. And the thing I say is this is only the internet. This is not real life. So this how I know somebody in real life got a surviving you story. Because if you are crazy enough to pull this with someone on the internet, I know somebody in real life got a story to tell about you. I know somebody in real life got a surviving story for one of y'all bitches. They gotta have a surviving story. Because if you got this crazy over somebody on the internet, I know there's a real life person with a surviving story. Some man or somebody that done told you to get going and you don't want next level on them. Because this is just not content. This is something deep rooted. They would not want this done to their loved ones. Exactly. Well, I don't know. I don't even go to be nosy there. Yeah, they're crazy. Diva, I was trying to get the information from Kiss the Ring because she was listening. We were in her chat and she was listening, and then she would relay the information. So I just went over there real quick to see. But I couldn't even sit over there because I couldn't get into the lady with the Timu. I couldn't get into her. So I just came back over to Kiss the Ring, and I'm like, well, I'll just get the information from her. But it's just so much with them. And it's just scary that someone can get attached to somebody off the internet and go this crazy about a person they never even gave the hug to. Never gave a hug to this lady, never been in her personal space, never been in her personal aura, never nothing. But you got so much hatred for someone that you never even shared a moment in real life with. There's no way that you are mentally disturbed about a woman that you've never locked eyes with in real time. There's no way on this earth you could be that engulfed in someone that you never met. That's why I'm saying you got some deep rooted fucking issues going. Everybody loved to say, oh, they had a great childhood. I don't believe it. Because she got something going on from childhood that she never healed from, and now is bleeding out onto her adult life and situations. Because this is not normal, mama. This is not normal. This is not normal. This is not content. She was saying, oh, this is just content. They think I care. I don't care. This is just no, you do care. And it's crazy that you do care about somebody this much that you never lay eyes on. Yeah, that's normally who I get the info from. Miss Kiss, yep. And that's where we was getting the info from. The 74 lady came out with a whole live with some mumbo jumbo stuff she was talking about. And it's like, it's crazy. It's not normal at all, Lawanda. It's bugged out. It's bugged out. And she really think that she said, this is content. This is not content, bitch. This is demonic. This is insanity. This is craziness. This is secondhand embarrassment. This is a lot of things. Because there's a lot of things you can be working on besides messing with these people. It's a lot of other things you could be focused on right now. And you so busy, engulfed in these ladies' lives, worrying about where they live, how long they gonna be living there, why they still in their house, why they still over there, who gonna be doing this, who gonna be doing that. It's crazy. I've never, and if I ever get this crazy in my mind, I hope that I have enough family and friends that will commit me somewhere and get me the help that I need. I will hope that my mom, my brother, my older son, somebody will say, yo, bitch, we getting ready to put you somewhere. Like, we getting ready to get you the help you need because you are crazy. And no, my son, I know my son. He is not one to mince words like I am. And he would be like, look, get the fuck out of here. I don't know where you going, but you ain't staying around here. Because we couldn't even go to sleep with you in here. Because the person that crazy, my son wouldn't even be comfortable being around me if my mom was going crazy like that over a person I never met. He would think that I had lost any sense of mind that I had. And he wouldn't even want to be around me until I got some help. Because he wouldn't be able to wrap his mind around the fact that I'm going crazy about a chick I never met before. He would be like, Ma, are you crazy? Like, what's really going on with you that you keep talking about this lady? Like, why are you talking about this lady to me? Like, I care. I don't care. I deal in real life. So it's sad that you don't have nobody around you that will tell you that. Or maybe this is just something you do all the time. So this is your normal. Maybe this is your normal because I don't believe that she is the first person you did this to. You had to have done this to somebody else. So maybe your family and friends think this is your normal. That's why they don't say anything. There gotta be a reason why they sit back and listen to you holler and hoot about a woman you never met and never check you and put you in your place. It gotta be that this is normal for you. This is not the first time that you've done this. And they just, oh, here goes mom and her craziness. So maybe that's why they don't say anything, because this is normal behavior for you. Not for us, not for normal people, but this is normal behavior for you. And that is sick. And that is sad. And that is, whew, I don't know. Because, baby, I'm telling you, my son ain't having it. I would never be able to come to him about nothing on no internet and be serious about it and be calling myself beefing with somebody. Child, my son is too much of me. Every bit of me for me to come to him with something like that. My son would take my phone, something, kitty lover. I'm telling you, he would have a fucking seance over here. He would have anybody that ever meant something to me, he would have a goddamn people, a group. Well, this bitch crazy, y'all. Y'all come over here and let's see what we can do with her. Let's see if we can get her mind back on track. Ain't no way he would be sitting up there listening to me go on and on and on about this lady. There's no way he would. But that's what happens when someone loves you. They step in and they be like, yo, you're wilding. You're wilding. Like, what are you doing? That's what happens when people step in that love you. They tell you, look, you making a fool out of yourself. You are. You are completely off the hinges right now. And that's what a person that loves you, that's what they do. They step in when you lost the mom that you had. They step in and try to piece shit together for you and tell you you heading on the wrong track. And it's crazy that she don't have nobody that would say that to her and let her know that she's crazy. And that's sad. That's almost to the level of sad. That so what do people do? They just tolerate you. So you sit around your kids and your family and they just tolerate you for the sake of you being there. Like they don't really give a fuck about you. They just tolerate you because they feel like they have to. I don't know, y'all. I know the dream of Ross in their sleep. Yes, I would never embarrass my boys like this. It's crazy. And the fact that she'll involve her family and talk to them about what's going on is even crazier. It's like, I couldn't even imagine. I just keep saying it, but I couldn't imagine my son listening to me talk about a woman and then the fact that she's deceased. Once my son will find out that the lady is not here, he would really, really have me committed. Because not only were you crazy about a lady you never met, now the woman is no longer here and you're still talking about her. So that would be the last strike of the match for my son. He would have had me committed somewhere. And I would have wanted him to have me committed because I would have felt like I lost all self control. And I wouldn't even be mad if he did have me committed. This is just, I don't know, y'all. This is crazy. I'm hoping to get more clarification to see why the lady said she was going to the court on Monday. I don't know. She claims she going to, I guess, file a report on who, on what, for why. I don't understand. And I don't know. Hopefully somebody can make it make sense. Because at this point, it doesn't make one bit of sense to me. Nothing they were saying today, none of the lives that they did last night and this morning, from what I saw of it, none of it made any sense to me. None of it. But anywho, I have to go run an errand. I was only supposed to be on here for an hour, but it's coming up on an hour and a half. But I do thank you guys for coming out. I just wanted to touch base. I wanted to do mental health check-in. Seems like everybody's in a better mood today, which is wonderful. That's what I love to hear. Everybody pushing through. Mental health is very important. As I always state, it's very important. If your mind is not right, everything else is gonna be a domino effect. So I'm certainly glad that everybody is feeling a little better today. I want to say I'm going to come back for game night, but I think Miss April says she's doing an open panel. I don't know if it's going to be tonight, but I'm going to see. If nobody else is going to come, maybe I'll do a game night, but I'm going to see if anybody else is coming on. But I do once again thank you guys for coming through. It's always good to hear from you, to get opinions of you guys, to see where your head is at. Good night, kitty lover. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday. Happy Juneteenth, TGIF. Go get yourself a drink or something to smoke on. Just go do what you like to do because life is short, man. Just enjoy while you can. Thank you, my girl LaWanda, for always coming through with the come through. I'll see you in somebody else's chat, but if nobody else is going to come later, I might come back for game night. I'm going to keep making a report to YouTube every day. Yes, B. Smith. Yes, because this is crazy. It really is. It has to stop at some point. Yep. I'm having me a steak for dinner. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. I had ordered us some Spanish food because I knew I wasn't going to cook anything. So we got some empanadas, rice and beans, some baked chicken, tres leches, cake. Yeah, so that's about all. So I'm gonna sit back and just try to catch up on some of my shows. I gotta run out right quick, and then when I come back, I'm gonna see if somebody else gonna come live and see if we can do game night. If not, I'll probably check you guys tomorrow. But everybody enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you for coming through. Later, B. Smith, thank you for stopping through. Always a pleasure to see you. And I will see you guys later.